that. Because
yeah, exactly. And I know Dennis, and in fact, you know, just one quick point on the election reform document that's on my website now, kind of new improved version. He voted against the Holt bill, which was for this federal election reform, because of the points that I made in that document on my website. He told me that
that's
personally.
someone with integrity, so you know him. I mean, now when I think of people in Congress that have some integrity, and whether you agree with their issues or not, you can respect them. I mean, Ron Paul, you might not agree with all his issues, you might agree with all of them, but even people on the left,
yeah.
I always hear them saying they respect him, and you know, they like him, and so I think of him, I think of Dennis Kucinich, I think of maybe Russ Feingold, I think of other people, Bernie Sanders, I think of that guy in North Carolina who is kind of friends with Ron Paul. I forgot his name, but so I mean, is that kind of like when, you know, what kind of personality do you think you'd be in Congress? You know, or
well, I would have a very.
Do you care if you get reelected? I mean, I know you care, but are you gonna like?
No, I'm not gonna. There's no pandering here. If I get there, there is not going to be 1 ounce of pander. I will go outside the box to make points. No one is going to shut me up. No party is going to shut me up. I am going to be a voice for the people. And I'm not doing this for a hobby. I'm not doing it, you know, I'm doing this to accomplish something for people like myself. And these things, this shenanigans needs to be exposed. And if I have to set up a PA on the steps of the House of Representatives outside, that's what I'll do. Nobody's going to shut me down with some BS protocol. Because the people, if in the event I'm elected, and there are significant barriers to my getting elected, as I alluded to earlier, the messing with the ballot in this race. Gus Bilirakis is a very, very, very weak incumbent.
Well, you know what? He also, I looked up, voted for the NDAA, and actually, I was researching some of your opponents here. That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see right there. There's only 2 people actually in Florida that voted against it. One was that guy who's running for senator. I forgot his name. But he's the Republican candidate for Senate. What's his name? But and then Alcee Hastings. And so it was 1 Republican, 1 Democrat that voted against it. And like the NDA, the National Defense Reauthorization Act of 2012, which was passed like New Year's Eve, it basically allows. Here's some of the things that it allowed. It allowed indefinite detention. It allows the military to conduct criminal investigations in the U.S. Not the FBI. I mean, we have the FBI for that actually. Not the CIA. And
I mean, it is really scary. I mean, I've read it. Actually, Chris Hedges has a lawsuit going.
Yes.
To overturn that, and it's in the hands of the judge right now. I think there was a whole huge article in the paper the other day, which I'm going to look at. I love Chris Hedges. I mean, this guy speaks the truth really well.
Glenn Greenwald wrote an excellent article. If you don't know about the NDAA, look up, just type into Google, NDAA Glenn Greenwald. And he wrote an excellent article. He breaks it down. The ACLU wrote an article about it, too. I mean, it's really Stalin-esque. I mean, that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, exactly. That sort of thing is huge. The Patriot Act, obviously we gotta, these people are concerned about the budget. Nobody ever mentions the business going on over in Iraq and Afghanistan. We're $3 to $4 trillion into that. Yeah. What do we have to show for it?